Well, good morning. This is Paul Romero with the Swiss Gold Global Independent Business Owners Network Marketing Success number 37. Change the name from network marketing training to network marketing success, because the Swiss Gold Global is a network marketing business, but this information here that we deliver is all about really success, not only just in network marketing business, but in any type of business, and also success in life overall. That's that's um, that's what these calls are really all about. And today's call really brought home that message, really delivered that message, and we're going to pass that on to you today, because your success is really all about you, and basically what's in here, from here to here to here to here, everything that's in this little area right here in your cranium. That's where all your success lies. And it's the people who think a certain way that achieve success. And everybody that doesn't achieve success pretty much thinks in a different certain way. Now, not exactly the same. Nobody thinks the same, but basically, you either have the right mindset, the right way of thinking, and you're going to be a successful person, or you don't have the right mindset and you don't have the right way of thinking, and you're not going to be a successful person. And I am living testament truth to that statement, because I tried for a period of about 10 years a number of different business systems. These were supposed systems where, um, you know, there was stuff that was already there. All I had to do was sign up, pay a small amount, and put the material to work. Now, there was work to do. There's always work to do. Nothing is free. There is no, pay 100 or 200 or 500 or 1,000 or 2,000 or even $5,000 and just freaking plug it all in, and you're running. There's no such thing. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. You're gonna have to put in work. You're gonna have to put time into it, and you're gonna have to be diligent about putting that time into it, and if you want to make it a success. But the cost of entry is relatively cheap. Like I said, anywhere from $100. Heck, there's probably some free stuff out there, but um, you know, it's going to cost you more money along the way, I'm sure. And eventually, like I said, and you're going to have to put in time. Um, but there's a lot of things that you can do to bring success into your life. And anyway, what I was saying is I've tried a dozen different things over the course of 10 years. And because of the person that I was, the way that my mind thought, the way that I looked at life, the way that I looked at the world, the way that I approached things, the way that I took on challenges, the way that I, anticipated what success was going to be, et cetera, so on. Basically everything, my way of thinking, my belief system, my programming, all of those things are what prevented me from having any success whatsoever in any one of those dozens of business systems that I attempted to get started in, and make a change in my life. And it wasn't until a couple of years ago that this portion of the equation became apparent to me, in that it wasn't, that program doesn't work. It doesn't, oh, that's a bunch of BS. It wasn't, oh, they're not giving me enough of what I need. It wasn't any of that. It was all about me being a weak-minded level 1 person who had no ability to take on a level 10, a level 2, let alone a level 10 size challenge. And therefore, I would find excuses. I would figure out a way to, justify my failure and my inabilities. And, and I would blame the system. It wasn't my fault. It was the system's fault. And quite honestly, it was my fault, because I've come to realize that everything in this world that is my life is my fault. Okay? It's all about me, and it's all about you. And if you want to be successful, you have to grow yourself into a bigger person. A bigger person than the challenges that you're going to face, because every day you're going to be facing challenges. The world is going to throw, the life, the universe, however you want to put it, is going to throw challenges at you every single day. And you know what? You've got to be strong. You've got to have that warrior mentality, and you've got to know that you can overcome whatever challenges is going to be thrown your way. Otherwise, like most people, 90% or more, probably in this day and age, in this world, probably 95% of the people will cower and run from the challenge, and turn around and blame, complain, and justify why they were unable to do this to make themselves happy. And they'll go back to their, their comfort zone. They'll go back to their safe, secure little, small little world where, everything, that they know and can do is where they are. And 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, they're going to be in the exact same spot where they are right now. If you don't like the position that you're in right now, you have to become a person who can grow bigger than your challenges. And the quote that Jeff pulled out of the Millionaire Mind, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind book today, written by T. Harv Eker, it goes like this, and this pretty much says it all right here. If you want to make a permanent change, okay, and we're talking a permanent change, not just a temporary change, which is what we all end up doing because we aren't big enough people to take on the challenges. And we make a change, we get all excited about it. Yeah, look at this, it's awesome, I'm going to make this happen, I'm going to kick butt at this. And you get out there, and for the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, something like that, you're all gung-ho, you're making the change, you're feeling good. And as time goes by, these little challenges come up, and these challenges, first maybe you get a little challenge, and maybe you're able to overcome a little challenge and continue forward a little bit. But then the challenges get a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger, and you can't handle them, and you end up quitting. And so it was a temporary change. You got all excited, it felt good, but then you go out and you find something else. And what happens? You do the same thing. And it's exactly what I was doing for 10 years. I would try something, I'd get all excited about it, I'd sign up, I'd read all about it, I'd learn all the materials and everything else. I would focus heavily on the how of all the nuts and bolts of what has to be done and all that, and which is great. I mean, you have to know that stuff. Obviously, if you're going to have some success, you have to work on that stuff, but you have to be able to roll with the punches. And when the book says to swerve to the right, and the big blockade falls down in front of you that is directly center and all the way as far as the eye can see to the right, well, you have to be able to adapt. If you swerve to the right and you get the big blockade that goes on for 100 miles before you can get around it or end up over it, you're likely going to end up quitting. So you have to be able to adjust and say, hey, whoa, look at this. Book says swerve to the right, but that doesn't look very good. If I swerve to the left, I can correct and continue and get myself back on course around the other side a whole lot quicker and a whole lot easier. That's kind of what facing challenges and overcoming challenges is all about, and that's what knocks people off the roadmap to success. So anyway, the quote once again goes, if you want to make a permanent change, stop focusing on the size of your problems and start focusing on the size of you. See, that's what I'm talking about, is facing these challenges. Excuse me. Got to drink my cabbage juice to get rid of my ulcer so I don't have to take Prilosec, which does the absolute wrong thing for the body, and just gets you hooked on that drug and causes other problems that makes you going to need more drugs. So I'll drink cabbage juice instead. I'll get rid of my little ulcers, and guess what? I'll be happy and healthy once again. So anyway, back to and that's, you know, another thing that, you know, this life is all about you just being a happy person. That's the only thing that counts. That's the only thing that matters on this planet, is that you are happy. Deep down inside, you're happy. Okay? To become happy, obviously, first of all, you have to start beginning to transform yourself from a negative person that I guarantee that you are to a positive person, a negative thinking person, that is, to a positive thinking person. And I say that I guarantee that you are because I can pretty much guarantee that 90% of you, at least 80% of you, are in fact way more of a negative person than you think you are. I know for a fact, I thought for my whole life I was a very positive thinking person until I started learning the laws of the universe and the laws of, you know, what this world is all about and the laws of life. And I started understanding that, wow, I'm a pretty darn negative person. I don't think in positive ways. My mindset, my programming, my belief system has the thoughts that are coming out of my head um, connotated in, or I mean, structured with a negative connotation. You know, all these positive thoughts, when you think about how I present them and how I think about them, they're actually negative vibrations, negative thoughts, negative energy that I'm putting out into the universe. And once I kind of realized that little piece of the puzzle, then I was able to begin to start switching my thinking around to where my thoughts really truly are positive thoughts. And that's when real positive things started to happen for me. Now, it wasn't like all of a sudden I was making, you know, $8,000 a month, which was kind of my goal. It wasn't like that. Basically, what happened was, you know, I had to go deeply into debt. I, you know, threw my life into turmoil basically to start a real estate business. I had to leave my hometown in Northern California and travel to Phoenix, Arizona to make this happen because there was much more opportunity there. I didn't realize what that opportunity was originally. It was in houses and in the buildings that are structured on the ground. I didn't really realize that the opportunity that I was supposed to go there to find, because nothing happens by accident on this planet. Everything happens for a reason. And the reason that I really had to go to Phoenix was to learn this side of what it's going to take for me to be successful. And that is the growing of myself. I had to leave here to go there to realize that, wow, it's not the systems, it's not the programs, it's not the location, it's not the environment, it's not the house I live in, it's not the people around me, it's not my family, it's not my job, it's not any of those things that is preventing me from having success. It's me. And that's what I had to go to Phoenix to learn. So like I said, everything happens for a reason. That was the reason why I ended up having to go there. You know, I had a strong desire for success, but I didn't know how to get it. And my desire for success, the universe put things in place that took me there. And basically, what the universe basically the things that the universe put into place that drew me to Phoenix was failure, repeated failure here. And even in the real estate business that I knew that I was going to be starting and becoming successful at. I almost said the wrong words there. See, I almost said negative words there. I almost said the real estate business that I was going to try to do, which that's negative thinking right there, because there is no try, there is only do. So the real estate business that I knew I was going to go out there and start and become successful at, I attempted to do it here in Lake Tahoe, which is where I'm from, and I failed. I failed miserably because I wasn't the right person. I needed some more training, and so the lack of success that I had here got me to, looking around at other markets and figuring out another place that I could go. And I mean, I was looking at the whole country. I was ready to go anywhere below Highway 50 because I had to do this in the wintertime. I wasn't going north in the snow country. I was going south. So, but I had the whole southern belt of the nation to look at. And, there's a lot of cities. There's a lot of available locations. And I narrowed it down to two, one being Tampa, Florida, and the other one being Phoenix, Arizona. And, ultimately the universe drove me to Phoenix, Arizona. And because that's where the information that I needed was located, that's where I was going to find the information that I needed. That's where I was going to be able to start growing myself from a level 1 wimp to, maybe right now I'm level 5. I don't want to give myself too much credit here, to be honest with you, because am I level 6 or 7? Level 6, possibly 7. No, I'm not a level 7 person yet. I've got a long way to go yet, but level 6, maybe. But I'll say I'm a level 5 person now compared to the level 1 person I was when I went there. And when I first went there, I failed miserably. Yeah, but I kept at it, and so just with my bullheadedness of keeping at it, I was rewarded with a couple of deals that got me some money, and with a business partner, which I still have today, somebody that I teamed up with, and business partner that we still have today. So very successful little bits and pieces there. Money-wise, it was nowhere near successful because I thought for sure I was going to go down there. There's a multitude of opportunity. I mean, there's houses ready to be flipped, on every street corner, and literally there was at the time. And my anticipation was to be a millionaire by the end of the year. Well, by the end of the year, I was I had done 3 deals, and barely, was struggling along, and I had to bail out of there, come back home, and go back to my job for the summer, because there was no way that at the rate that I was going that I would be able to have the success that I needed to survive and keep my home and my wife and my family and and everything else. I probably would have lost everything. So I had to come home, had to go back to work, but we didn't give up. We kept going, and and then the next year we started having some really solid success. And so it's just, and it was the next year too. It was actually once I went back. It was right after I went back that I met Jeff Fagan, who does the Street Smart Business calls that we attend every morning, that I bring you some of this information from. And that was where my initial journey to growing myself began. And it's funny because I actually just sent Jeff a message the other day, kind of thanking him for his participation in my life to get me to this point where I am now, and looking forward to the growth that's going to take me from where I am now, level 5 to 6, into being that level 10 person that's going to be able to overcome any challenge and have success happen for me everywhere I look, and basically become the person that has that Midas touch. So you might have thought that I was talking about real estate a little bit here, and how is this network marketing, and what's this got to do with Swiss Gold Global and all of that. It all comes down to the fact that, as I said, if you want to make a permanent change, if you are not happy with your life in any way, shape, or form, whether it's money, emotional, health, all of those things. You know, if you want to change any of that stuff, obviously money is a part of it. You've got to have money in this world to live and to enjoy. And if you're not a happy person, you got to have money to, you know, they say money can't buy happiness. Well, you know what? Lack of money certainly isn't going to get you any happiness. You can't buy the happiness with money, but you sure can create situations that make you happy a whole lot easier if you have some money. So money is not a bad thing. Money is part of this world, and it's something that you have to basically put time and effort into and think about. And but anyway, being a positive person and thinking the right way, if you want to make a permanent change in your life, you have to stop focusing on the size of your problems and start focusing on the size of you. And with that, I'm going to end this call today with the Napoleon Hill prayer that we always end with. It goes, "O universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom, which to make better use of the riches I was given at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire." Now, I should probably hold, we should probably hold a hangout and discuss seriously just that prayer, because it really says it all right there. I don't want more riches right now. I want more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches you were given me at birth. And the riches that you were given at birth are the things that you need to learn, which will turn you into that level 10 person. Those riches, being able to utilize those riches that you were given at birth, is how you become a level 10 person. So, I mean, it's really all so simple, but our programming and the world has twisted our thinking. We've been brainwashed in a way that has us thinking in a whole different way that makes absolutely no sense, that beats us down, that prevents us from having success. And it all starts with you. So when you guys are ready, Swiss School Global, I mean, get a hold of us. This is a great opportunity, and this is a permanent change, and we're here to help you, because network marketing, you're in business, you're not in business by yourself, or you're in business for yourself, but you're not in business by yourself, and we are here to help you build a business and build success in your life.